everyone, it's Stephanie, and today we are talking about my favorite white specialty polishes and one like kind of white cream that I don't think really had another place to go, but it didn't belong in my white creams video, which I just did. I actually compared all of my white creams in my last video. So if you are looking for a great white cream, check out that video. And if you're looking for white creams to avoid, also check out that video. Anyway, I am so excited about this video because, like I said in my white creams video, my favorite color to wear on my nails after pink is white. I love wearing white nail polishes. I prefer a white with a little bit more pizzazz than just a white cream. And so these are really the ones that I find myself going to over and over again. This list is vaguely in least favorite to most favorite order, but I'm going to be totally honest with you. One thing, I love all of these polishes so much that it was extremely hard to figure out what order they should go in. And also, this is dominated by two different brands. So I just wanted to warn you about that. I tried to actually, I put them all in what I thought was the correct order, but then I realized that those brands were like really clumping in like two different areas. So I spread them out a little bit. So these are just all amazing. They're all wonderful. Don't take the ranking of them too seriously. Just check it out and see what you like. Anyway, let's go. All right. So first up on my list is Plus Life Lacquer Macabre Manga. So Plus Life Lacquer Macabre Manga is a beautiful white crelly with these tiny little red metallic hex glitters and these multi-sized like black shards. Some of them are super tiny. Some of them are really, really big. And I'm going to be honest, I do not remember if this was gifted or not. I've gotten a few gifted polishes and some PR from Plus Life Lacquer, and I don't remember if I bought this myself or not. So if I didn't, thank you so much, Summer. I would have bought it had you not given it to me, and I might have bought it because this is actually themed after the work of Junji Ito, who is an amazing manga writer. He wrote Uzumaki. He's written a ton of short stories, and his work is just absolutely so freaking out there. So, trigger warning or just content warning, I'm going to describe a really disturbing story. So, there should be some chapters if you want to skip to the next one, because there is one story of his that just sticks out in my head. And Summer actually has like a set of Junji Ito stickers, and she sent me a sticker that like was a reference to this story. So basically, his stories, like I said, they are absolutely buck wild. And this one is no exception. There is a woman and she's dating a man, and he seems like very set on marrying her. And you find out through this short story that he has a very short window of time before he becomes one with this giant like centipede made of like the tops of the heads of the people in his family, like his ancestors, but also like his aunts and uncles and stuff. Like they all become like tops of each other's heads, and they're like, I'll show a picture. I'm really sorry. They're like stacked on top of each other. And he can like communicate with them. So he wants to get married to like secure the family line before he becomes part of this horrific monster, and he fails. It's just like some of the wildest crap I've ever seen in my life. So why did I choose to open up this video with this horrible story? I have no idea. I hope if you did not want to hear about that, you skipped ahead a little bit in the video. But yeah, this is Plus Life Lacquer Macabre Manga, inspired by the work of Junji Ito. I love Junji Ito, and I'm sorry that I just described one of his most disgusting works to you. But I love this one. Like I said, this is Macabre Manga by Plus Life Lacquer. All right, coming up next is one of, I think, the first Crellies I ever got, and oh my goodness, it is so good. This is Paints It Pretty Polish Bumbles Bounce. So Bumbles Bounce is, of course, a white Crelly, and in it there are just multi-sized and shaped black glitters and black shards and black flecks and everything you could want out of black things in your white crelly polish. 2 years ago, I actually used this in a mani that was like a landscape inspired by the Donner Party. My BFF Nikki always does a Donner Party mani every year, and I said, that is wild. I would like to join you in that. And I tried to make like a Donner Party slash like Oregon Trail mani. That failed. And so in the last hour of my stream, I busted this one out. And for the snow, because I wanted the snow to look kind kind of dirty, to look kind of like weird, I decided to use this as the snow to add like a little more dimension, a little more grittiness to it. So I love this one. This is Paint It Pretty Polish Bumbles Bounce. All right, up next is another Crelly. There are so many Crellys on this list, and because I like shimmers more, actually a lot of the shimmers are later in this list. So we're gonna start out with a ton of Crellys, but right now we have the China Glaze slash Dippin' Dots collection. This is Arctic Confetti, and this is a stunning white Crelly with these neon hex glitters of just all sorts of different colors. And if you are looking for like a nostalgic neon crelly polish that like glows under black light, this glows insane under black light. I'll share a picture. The glitters glow like crazy and also the base glows like crazy. If you are looking for something like that, and I know like I kind of always am, you cannot do better than this one. Like, this is such a perfect one. It is so packed with glitter. That is the only thing that is like holding this back in this list, is that it's actually so packed with glitter that you need some polish thinner for this one. It goes on like spackle. It looks amazing, but it took me like 2 days to get my like polish to settle enough to be like really satisfied with the picture I took with this one. It was just like absolutely wild. This is so thick, but you can always fix a thick polish with thinner. Some are easier to fix than others, but if you use this one, be sure you got some glitter grabbing top coat because it is a doozy, but it is so worth it. This is China Glaze Arctic Confetti. Next up, we have another Crelly, would you believe it? And this one is also from Plus Life Lacquer, and I did get this in PR from them. So this is Berry Bae, and I always want to call this Berry Bae every single time. In fact, I said the name right now, but then I stopped halfway through the name and had to like restart because I just like was not sure. I did not say Berry Bae. But this is just like the ultimate Christmas polish. People in my chat described this as like a Christmas themed cereal and milk, and I love that description. I think it's so apt. And it just, I don't know, it's called Holly Berry and it looks like holly berries. And I just think this is so freaking cute. Like, I don't think that she could have done any better job. One thing I love about most of the Plus Life Lacquer Crellies on this list, yes, there are a few more, is that I feel like she doesn't go too overboard with the ingredients in her Crellies. I know a lot of times when I'm buying nail polish, I'll really like the overall idea of the polish, but there will be like one glitter too much. But I really feel like Summer from Plus Life Lacquer does such an amazing job of reining it in and letting the polish really read how it's supposed to read. And this reads so perfectly. So I cannot recommend this enough. This is Plus Life Lacquer Berry Bae. All right, up next is the only thing on this list that is not a Crelly and not a shimmer, except for the honorable mentions. There's something special in there. But this one is Orly Ceci Pass Blanc. So, okay, it's actually called Ceci Blanc, and this is from their Surrealist collection. So it is based off of the painting Ceci n'est pas une pipe. And apologies if I am saying that slightly wrong. I speak a little bit of French, but I am not perfect. But anyway, Danny, my podcast partner and one of my BFFs, has a really hard time pronouncing Ceci n'est pas Blanc and remembering how it's pronounced and all that stuff. So we love calling this Ceci n'est pas Blanc because she's from Texas. So we just go all the way with this one. So if you ever hear us in the podcast or on my stream or in a video saying Ceci n'est, we're talking about Ceci n'est pas Blanc or Ceci n'est pas Blanc. So Ceci n'est pas Blanc is an incredible off-white cream. This thing, I mean, it looks beautiful on my nails. I probably wouldn't wear it really as a full mani unless I was like going to the most boring place in the world. But this is so amazing for nail art, whether you're using it in the background or whether you want just like a white that's not fully white. I use this all the time. This is almost halfway used. And if I start running out, I will buy another because Orly's have just such incredible formulas and they are so well priced. You could get them on sale a lot of times. They even have a $5 polish party on their website where you can find a lot of their classics. I highly recommend looking into that. It can be hard to find from the website, but what you can do is just Google search $5 polish party on Google as you would, and you should be able to find a link to it through that. So yeah, Ceci Nas is just such an incredible utility polish. Like, as far as use goes, this is my number one white polish that I use that is not a white cream, and I just think it's so amazing, and the entire Surrealism collection is amazing. I'll try to check before I put this video out, but last time I looked, I think that you can still get the color pass for this, so you get the whole collection. Like, you don't even have to sign up for color pass. They're just kind of like selling it extra. You can get the whole collection plus a few other little odds and ends for like $35. So I'll check after this to see if it's still available. If you wait on Orly collections, you can often get them like severely discounted. So if you can just kind of like rein it in, or if you just buy Color Pass, you will be rewarded. Anyway, this is Orly Ceci Pass Blanc. Up next is Plus Life Lacquer, You Are Valid, and this is from Pride 2023, and it is just an incredible crelly with all sorts of multicolored rainbow metallic flakies in it, and it is just the perfect Pride polish. Just like Holly Berry Bae is like the optimal Christmas polish, this is the optimal Pride polish. Again, like I said when I was talking about Holly Berry Bae, I really, really love the restraint that Plus Life Lacquer shows in their creation of Crellies, because there isn't anything in this but these different metallic flakies. They look absolutely stunning. You could do so much amazing Pride nail art on this polish. I just think that it is so incredibly perfect. I had to put it on the upper end of my list because dang, like I have never seen a better Pride polish than this. I did not mention this before, but I believe that this was gifted or in PR. Sometimes I'm not sure which one is which, but yeah, I do believe that Summer gifted this to me. I'm not sure though, because I buy a lot of Plus Life Lacquer and I get a lot of Plus Life Lacquer. But this one is just so incredible. I love it. If I wasn't gifted it, I would have bought it. It's amazing. This is Plus Life Lacquer. You are valid, and you are. We really are getting to the top because we are finally reaching our shimmer polishes. And this one is Great Lakes Lacquer Lake Superior Shenanigans. I freaking love this polish. So this is a beautiful, almost metallic white shimmer with this multicolored, shifting, almost multi-chrome shimmer running throughout it. I actually don't know if it's a white shimmer that shifts these colors or if there's a white shimmer and they added more colors. I honestly don't know, but dang, this one's incredible. It is so shifty. It is my shiftiest white shimmer. When I saw it on Polish Pickup, I knew I had to have it. And Great Lakes Lacquer, their bottles, I don't know, there's something about them that they are so like tactile and lovely. Like the top is round, it doesn't come to like a flat end, and then the bottle is this like oval shape. And I don't know, I could just hold this bottle all day. I could use it as like a fidget toy. It's amazing. Also, I am fascinated with Lake Superior. There is an amazing song by Gordon Lightfoot called The Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald, and it is about this real boat that sank in Lake Superior. And the thing about Lake Superior is that it is so cold and deep that generally when there is a shipwreck in it, not many bodies are recovered and they are frozen really in time in Lake Superior. There is an incredible Ask a Mortician about this. I believe she's not called Ask a Mortician anymore. She's called Caitlin Doty now on her YouTube channel, but I will link it in the description and please go check it out. It is incredible. I am fascinated by shipwrecks. I am terrified of water. Even like I have a hard time sitting in bathtubs. I've gotten better as I've grown up, but it's not really monsters that gets me. It's like stuff in the water, like shipwrecks or animatronics or things like that, or statues. Oh, good Lord. Statues terrify me. When I was a kid, we used to go to Caesar's Palace a lot because my mom used to win trips through her work to go to Vegas, and we would stay in Caesar's Palace because that's where they would have us stay. And swimming in those pools was always such a trial to me because there was like a show that they would do in the mall attached to Caesar's Palace that involved statues coming out of the fountain, like being raised up, and they were animatronic. And then around the swimming pools, there were like a bunch of other like classical statues. And I swear, like, it was a struggle to swim in those pools for me because like I just don't want to be in a pool and find a shipwreck or an animatronic or a statue giant squid, whale, that's like less concerning to me than just like, oh my goodness, there's a statue here. And actually, if you're interested in that stuff, I found out that people do these like thalassophobia animations online that you can just watch. And there's two of them that I found, and I want to find more that are just like creepy statue ones that are directly out of my nightmares. I am addicted to horror. I'm addicted to the feeling of feeling fear. So I seek them out and watch them and go, "Ugh." Yeah, I don't know why I've gone on this tangent. I do know why I've gone on this tangent because this is a Lake Superior polish and Lake Superior is scary. Anyway, this is Great Lakes Lacquer Lake Superior Shenanigans. Up next is another polish from PPU, and this is Glisten and Glow Hold Me Closer Tony Danza. This was from the Misheard Song Lyrics PPU, and that PPU just gave and gave and gave. I was kind of like, where are we going with this? Like, how are we going to make polish about this? But like, oh my goodness, I got this as Sandpit Turtle from that PPU. That's in my greens video. And not only is that polish so amazing, but it opened my mind to one of the best misheard song lyrics of all time. However, this is a song lyric I have not been mistaking, but have been joking about my entire life. Hold me closer, Tony Danza, instead of hold me closer, Tiny Dancer. And also, this is a bit of a dream polish for me because this is a white with a pink shimmer, a beautifully vibrant pink shimmer. It's so beautiful. And I don't understand how this works, but this also has a really fake plastic press on nail look to it. I love it. I love polishes that make my nails look fake. Of course, I already love it when people mistake my real nails, which by the way, I'm going to be trimming them probably today or tomorrow. So they're really long right now, but I'm going to be getting them a little bit shorter. My nails do grow quite fast and sometimes they are quite long. And I love it when people think that they're fake because I just get like, I'm proud of myself. I've done a lot of work to grow these out. And this just makes them look like hella fake. I love it. Like, I don't know. You'd have to see it probably in person to really understand because it's not see-through like something like Wild Berry West that really gives you that like polygel feel. It's just like it feels like plastic and I love it. So anyway, this is Glisten and Glow. Hold me closer, Tony Danza. Next up is yet another Glisten and Glow. This is Glisten and Glow Vein Slayer. And I told you that two companies are really dominating this list, and those two are Plus Life Lacquer and Glisten and Glow. And I know the owners of both of these brands, and they're absolutely fantastic. This did not influence my choices, but I can't lie, I do buy from those brands a lot because A, I know their quality, I know their brands inside and out, and also I really love the creators. So anyway, this is Vein Slayer, and this was from a Glisten and Glow Halloween collection, like a vampire themed collection. And oh my God, like this polish, not only is it like amazing for like a blood splattered look, which I love, but also it is so wonderful for so many other holidays. This is like a candy crush, candy cane for Christmas. This is beautiful for Valentine's Day, and it looks amazing like the rest of the time as well. I don't know if this is still available. I do think it might be, but if you are looking for something that is just like a festive polish that you can like triple dip or quadruple dip, like, I don't know, put a blue shimmer over this and call this 4th of July. Who knows? I think you should check out Vein Slayer. It is just so cute and so versatile. So this is Glisten and Glow Vein Slayer. Next up is our last shimmer on this list, and this is Cupcake Polish You Go Pearl. So I bought this when I did a massive haul of Cupcake polishes, buying every single one of their pinks with blue shimmers. And this is a white with the blue shimmer, and it is just gorgeous. This is a very simple polish, just that white with the blue shimmer. All three of the shimmers that I've shown are quite simple polishes. I mean, everything on this list is quite a simple polish. I know they seem complex, but like there's not, reflective glitter, holographic glitter, all these different glitters. I really, really value simplicity in my nail polishes. It's one of the reasons I don't buy a lot of Holo Taco anymore. It's because I really like their like single use polishes, their linear hollows, their toppers, things like that. But anyway, this is so gorgeous. I've used it for bubbles and like the crystals in Labyrinth. I've used it for a lot of different purposes like that because it is quite sheer. I'm absolutely satisfied to how this builds up in my nail on 3 coats. There is like the tiniest bit of like implied nail line, but I do think like, especially because my nails are not that stained, I really enjoy that. A lot of these polishes, it's kind of like almost like a off-white to white gradients on me, and I really love that in a white polish. So yeah, for me, this just delivers. You know I love a blue shimmer. It is just so gorgeous. This is Cupcake Polish. You go, Pearl. All right, we are on my top 2, but like I said, this list is really not about like best to worst or worst to best. It is really just like a celebration of all of my favorite white specialty polishes. Like I said, I love white polish. Anyway, this is Plus Life Lacquer to About It. So this polish is inspired by a Pokemon called Togepi. And I don't know Pokemon very, very well, but I believe he is an egg. It is. They are an egg kind of Pokemon that is cracked open. I also believe I got this gifted. And it is just this incredible white crelly with a gold shimmer and red and blue flecks in it. And this is, yet again, such a perfect 4th of July polish. You really got the holidays down. I may not seem like it, but I am someone who really loves the 4th of July. And it is not because I am super patriotic. It is just because it is a holiday that my husband and I have taken up as our own in the family. And I don't know if we've done it in the past few years because of, well, the pandemic and everything, but we tend to have a big 4th of July barbecue at our house. I barbecue and we watch movies. The big movie that we watch is Jaws. And this year I will be wearing this on 4th of July for my Jaws mani. I'm really looking forward to it. Last year I used We're Gonna Need a Bigger Boat, which is in my blues video. But this year I'm going to be using To Get About It. We also sometimes watch Independence Day, which I think is just such a fun, exciting, festive movie with so many great actors in it. I just really love it. Like they really went off with 4th of July movies. And on the topic of Jaws, if you are like a 4th of July movie, Jaws, that's the weekend that the mayor doesn't want to close because he's like, there's a big shark. And they're like, no, I can't close it because whatever. In the heat of lockdown, it was really hard to watch that movie because like, it was like, oh my God, we're like the whole country is the mayor right now. But yeah, I still love watching it every 4th of July. I am going to be wearing it To Get About It this 4th of July. It is such a perfect festive polish. And that little gold shimmer, I just think, oh, it's chef's kiss. It just makes it just a little more special. So this is Plus Life Lacquer To Get About It. Last up is my favorite white polish. And I actually swatched this on stream and I didn't actually get that great of a photo of it. So hopefully I can find an old photo of it too. We'll see. But this is Glisten and Glow's I Do Crew. And I feel like this is quite a demure polish to be like my favorite white polish, my favorite polish in one of my favorite categories. But oh my God, there is just something about this one that I just can't keep my eyes off of. So this is a white crelly polish and it is full of these rose gold flakes. It is from a collection that Glisten and Glow made that was like wedding themed. And it is just so gorgeous. They had a bunch of them with these different metallic flakies in white bases. One of them I know was metallic blue flakies, which like next time I'm shopping there, I might pick up for myself if it's still available. But I just think that this one is so gorgeous. It's so classy, so perfect to wear to a wedding. I think it's demure enough to wear to like an interview, things like that. I just think it is so special. Like, I don't know. I don't know what to say about this except for like, it is just perfection. It's so beautiful. It goes on beautifully. And it just makes me feel like an absolute million bucks. This is Glisten and Glow I Do Crew. So those are my favorites. Now let's move on to my honorable mentions. So both of these polishes are very special to me, but their finishes are like not my favorite, or there's something about them that just didn't quite land them in this list. So let me tell you about them. So the first one in this section is Ember Nail Lacquer Milk Me White. So Milk Me White is a vaguely off-white crelly and it's got a dirty name and I think it is so freaking funny. I saw this swatched on Mama Cowfish's page. You should check out Mama Cowfish. Like she does some amazing nail art and the stuff she does is so funny and I love her lipstick swatches. She occasionally does lipstick swatches and the faces she makes, they are priceless. But yeah, I saw her swatch this and the thing about this polish is that when she swatched it, it was actually not opaque, but like a solid crelly in 3 coats. And I saw a few other people swatch it, and it also seemed to build up in 3 coats. And unfortunately, I was not able to replicate that. What you're looking at over here, that is 3 coats. But on my Instagram, and actually also on Ember Lacquer's Instagram, because they reposted it, is a look that I did in 5 coats. So as far as I know, this is supposed to be just like a really, really, really not opaque white cream. But I think it's just so funny for the name, so I had to include it. So this is Ember Nail Lacquer Milk Me White. All right, and my last honorable mention is one of the rarest polishes that I own, but I heard that it can be found at some Ultas now. But as far as I know, I am like the first like outsider nail person to have found this polish. Correct me if I'm wrong. I posted about it when I found it, but this is Orly Ad Astra. And as you can see in the picture over here, it is in the bottle for their Artemis 1 polish. This is part of their NASA collection, but it was not made available with the rest of the collection, and it is in another polish from that collection's bottle. So here is how I found this polish. I go to the Orly Color Labs fairly frequently. Generally, if a friend who is into nail polish comes into the area, I will go with them to the Color Labs. I've also gone myself once with my husband, and we made our own polishes then. But I was here with my friend Nikki, and we were making, of course, our own polishes, and they had the NASA set out. And I looked at the set and I was like, that is missing gold record. And in its place is this white polish I've never seen before in my life. So I picked it up and I looked at the bottom, and it was called Ad Astra. So I asked the lady working there, and I'm going to take a moment to rant here. You know, I love Orly. I love Orly. Their stuff is so good. I love that they do have a Color Labs experience, but I've always been a bit disappointed in the Color Labs experience. And the biggest disappointment I've had is that the people who work there are not very well informed on the brand. And the first time I went there, they weren't even really informed on nail polish at all. I asked for a jelly and they gave me a polish with nothing but shimmer in it. And I was like, oh, you don't know what a jelly is. Which like is fine in general, but if you're making polishes for a living, you probably should know. They've always been super sweet though. So like I do highly recommend going there. They're really, really nice. And it is an irreplaceable experience. But yeah, I saw this polish amongst the other polishes and I said, hey, what is this? This isn't the one that's usually with these polishes. And like she was like, no, it is. It's normal. It's supposed to be there. And I was like, no, it absolutely is not. This is not available on the website. So I asked her if I could buy it. And luckily I could. And she said that there were 2 bottles left, but she didn't really know like where they were from or why. So I bought this one and took it home, immediately swatched it. I don't remember if I've already said, but this is like a white shimmer that shifts from like pink to green. It is really like full of brush strokes, which is why I didn't put it in my favorites list. It's in my honorable mentions. But yeah, I went home, I swatched it, and then I told my friend Ceci, aka Quality Nails, about it. And she decided to go buy the other bottle. So I'm very glad it stayed in the family. But I have heard that some people have found these at Ultas. So if you're at an Ulta or probably even a TJ Maxx, like keep your eyes peeled for this polish if you want like a rare Orly drop, because like it is not easy to find these. And I heard that they were made, Stacy asked about it and had somebody who knew a little more. I heard that they were made for some sort of private party at Orly, and that these are the extras that they had. So if you find one, good for you. Anyway, this is Orly Ad Astra. All right, so there you have it. Those are my favorite white specialty, not just white cream polishes. I would love to hear about all of your favorite white polishes. Like I said, I am a sucker for a white polish. So if you have a Crelly or a shimmer or anything that you would love to share, please share it in the description. I am so looking forward to looking through that and like seeing what I want to buy. I don't need to buy more nail polish, but you know, we always want to. Anyway, if you had a really amazing time today, please hit that like button. And if you are new here and haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button. Also, check out my podcast. It's called Two Lacquered Ladies. It's available everywhere, and I do it with my friend Danny Shout. Please check me out on Twitch and Instagram. You can join my Discord if you're nasty. Anyway, I hope you had a really amazing time today. Please be excellent to yourself, be excellent to others, and I will catch you on the flip side. Bye.